Good day, everyone, and welcome to EduVision TV for another episode titled How Do School Leadership and Culture Influence Creativity and Innovation in Education? This is a vital topic, especially as we continue to explore how leadership in the schools can foster a culture of creativity and innovation that ultimately enhance the student learning. We are joined by a distinguished panel of experts today. Let's start with an introduction to our panelists. Azel Azlan, a principal from SMK Libanak Nampang,
Hello.
uh, and then Humphrey, the senior teacher from SK Labuk Subur Sandakan.
Hello.
All right, Eileen, the school counselor from Kinabalu International School.
Hello.
We also got Mr. Murzul Fadli Singh, our favorite guest, the education innovation consultant.
Hello. It's me.
And our last guest, Mr. Ahmad Daniel, the education researcher from University of Oxford graduate.
Hello.
Okay, thank you all for being here today. Let's dive right into our discussion with our first question. Mr. Azel, what is creative leadership and why is it important for the schools?
Okay, thank you, moderator, for the question. So, creative leadership is in education is a leadership style that emphasizes innovation, collaboration, and adaptability. Rather than simply transmitting knowledge, teachers are supported to act as facilitators who guide students through meaningful learning. This approach creates a culture where both educators and students feel free to think differently, take risks, and explore new ideas. Its importance lies in two areas: boosting engagement and preparing students for the future. Teachers feel motivated to experiment and adapt when principals encourage creativity, leading to more dynamic classrooms. At the same time, students develop critical skills such as problem solving, communication, and adaptability, essential in today's changing world. Principals play a key role by modeling creativity, encouraging collaboration, and valuing innovation. For example, professional learning communities allow teachers to co-design lessons, share experiences, and reflect on outcomes. A notable case is Richard Gervais' leadership at Grange Primary School in the UK, where project-based and interdisciplinary learning transformed both student achievement and motivation. Ultimately, creative leadership is not just about new teaching methods. It is about building a school culture where creativity and collaboration thrive, equipping teachers and students to succeed in an unpredictable future. Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you for your insightful answer. Uh, Creative leadership indeed forms the foundation for creating an environment where both educators and students feel empowered to explore and innovate. Next, we have a question on the influence of school culture. Mr. Humphrey, how can school culture support or block creativity and innovation?
Thank you. Um, a positive school culture plays a vital role in supporting creativity and innovation among teachers. When schools promote collaboration, we can share ideas, co-plan lessons, and design engaging learning experiences together. Supportive leadership also makes a big difference by giving us the freedom to experiment and take risks without fear of failure. With access to resources like technology, training, and professional development, it becomes much um, much easier to create creative and meaningful lessons for students. On the other hand, a rigid school culture can block creativity, and inflexible curriculum, excessive administrative tasks, and unsupportive leadership often leave teachers with little time or confidence to try new approaches. In my own practice, I find strategies like project-based learning and STEAM activities very effective because they encourage problem solving, critical thinking, and creativity. I also enjoy using interactive tools like Kahoot and Padlet to make lessons more collaborative and exciting for students. Ultimately, supportive leadership is key. When teachers feel valued and trusted, we are more willing to innovate, which leads to richer learning experiences for both teachers and students. That's all from me.
Absolutely, I agree that to your point, where supportive school culture is the key to fostering creativity. As you mentioned also, collaboration and adequate support from leadership can significantly impact the teacher's ability to innovate. Now, let's move on to the role of the school counselor in shaping the culture. Uh, Miss Eileen, how does school culture affect the student well-being and creativity?
Okay, thank you for the questions. A school culture plays a vital role in shaping students' well-being, creativity, and confidence. When a culture values individuality, collaboration, and also experimentations, students feel safe to express themselves and take risks. However, when it is rigid or focused only on exam and grades, it can create stress, limit creativity, and weak mental health. Two common barriers often stand out. The first, which is exam pressure, where students believe success is defined only by test results. The second is fear of failure. This is often reinforced by strict rules or formative classroom practice. And when mistakes are treated negatively, students lose confidence to explore and settle for safe answer. Other than that, counselor can help break these barriers in two ways. One is by creating safe space for reflecting and self-expression, such as a therapy group, student club, or creative workshop, which reduce anxiety and nature resilience. And a good example is project-based learning. When students design projects based on their interests, research show this not only enhance creativity but also improve well-being and agency. However, this requires a culture that values the learning process, not just the outcome. Counselor also can play a central role in fostering a culture when creativity is celebrated, mistakes are seen as growth, and both mental health and academic success are equally valued. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay. It's clear that a supportive culture doesn't just foster creativity, it also nurtures the emotional and social growth. From the practical side of innovation in schools, what strategies can school leaders use to promote creativity and innovation within their schools? Mr. Morzul Fadli, can you answer that?
All right. Firstly, to lead effectively, educational leaders must create a learning environment learning environment that fosters collaboration and experimentation elements to build a supportive learning culture in school. So, the first recommendation that I propose would be fostering a culture of innovation. This could be built by encouraging open dialogue and sharing ideas among teachers and students. This way, students can open up with their ideas, which enable them to be expand their ideas, turning it into insights and create brilliant ideas for their learning. Innovation is a result from a combination of knowledge and creativity which helps to create something meaningful outcome. So, the second suggestion from me would be investing professional development for teachers to enhance their teaching qualities as it offers continuous training in pedagogies, technologies, and design thinking. Teachers who prepare themselves with knowledge and manage to apply it into their teaching creatively are able to create an innovative learning styles or strategies, ensuring teaching effectiveness. The last recommendation from me would be establishing partnership in learning. This could be applied in higher educational settings where the institution collaborates with industry, community organization, and higher educational institutions. Through partnership learning such as internship, mentorship, or real-world learning opportunities, students are able to learn directly from seniors in their field, which allow them to learn from shared experiences that mostly does not exist in books or learning materials. That is all from me. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Murzul Fadli, for the thoughtful recommendations. As we've as we have heard, fostering a culture of innovation, investing in professional development, and also creating partnerships in learning are vital strategies for school leaders. Now, we'll move on to our education researcher, Mr. Ahmad. Can you share real-life examples of creative schools or leaders?
Thank you very much for the question. As a research presenter, I will share research findings instead of just relying on personal experience. So the first case comes from Sabah, Malaysia, where a rural secondary school integrated a visual arts into STEM to create a STEAM framework through project-based learning. In this case study, 5 teachers and 30 students worked on projects combining art, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The findings showed a high level of creative learning, especially in students' artistic thinking and motivation when faced with real-world learning situations. This case illustrates that when schools welcome interdisciplinary projects and leader support such approaches, innovation becomes part of daily learning, not just a special event. The second case is from Finland, where the 2016 national curriculum was developed through a co-production process involving teachers, principals, officials, and stakeholders. This participatory leadership approach fostered ownership, trust, and transparency, enabling schools to be more flexible and creative in their teaching. The study shows that when educators feel their voices matter, they are more willing to experiment with new methods, directly benefiting students' creativity. In conclusion, these two cases from Malaysia and Finland prove that leadership and culture deeply influence creativity. These lessons can guide schools toward more engaging and future-ready education. Thank you. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you for sharing those enlightening examples. It is clear that leadership and school culture play a significant role in fostering creativity and innovation. Additionally, we have a question regarding technology. Mr. Azel, how does technology help build a creative school culture?
Okay, thank you, moderator, for the question. So that is a very important question. So from my perspective as a principals, technology is more than just a classroom tool. It's a catalyst for building a culture of creativity across the school. It expands how teachers design lessons, enabling project-based learning, stimulations, and global collaborations. This flexibility inspires educators to be more innovative and students to be more engaged. Technology also empowers students to become creators rather than consumers. By producing videos, coding, or collaborating online, they learn to apply knowledge critically and creatively. At the same time, digital tools foster collaboration beyond classroom walls, giving every student, even the quietest in the class, a chance to share their voice. For teachers, technology supports reflection and adaptability by providing instant feedback and opportunities to refine practice. It also connects schools with parents, communities, and peers worldwide, cultivating a forward-looking culture of openness and innovation. In short, technology isn't just about devices. It's about fostering experimentation, collaboration, and creativity, transforming schools into vibrant communities of learning. Thank you. That's for me. That's it. That is all for me.
Thank you for the explanation on how technology can help create a dynamic, innovative learning environment. To wrap, to wrap up, let's hear from Humphrey on what learning strategies can teachers use to nurture creativity even with limited resources.
Thank you again, moderator. Speaking of strategies, there are many effective strategies teachers can use to nurture creativity, even with limited resources. Project based learning is one approach where students solve real life problems using materials available in their surroundings, such as creating posters, stories, or packaging from recycled items. Collaborative learning also promotes creativity by having students work in groups to brainstorm, debate, and role play, encouraging diverse perspectives and imaginative thinking. Teachers can further inspire creativity through open ended problem solving tasks like asking, how can we reduce waste in our school? These activities require minimal materials but spark innovative ideas. Additionally, free digital tools like Padlet and Kahoot can support brainstorming and interactive learning even without costly technology. In conclusion, fostering creativity doesn't require expensive resources. With thoughtful strategies, teachers can empower students to think critically, collaborate effectively, and express ideas creatively. That's all from me.
Right. Thank you, Humphrey, for your opinions on what you know about the ways, and also thank you to our panelists today who have shared their insights. It is also clear that creativity and innovation go hand in hand with leadership, culture, and also strategy in schools. With the help of teachers and students, investment in technology and culture of trust and collaboration, schools can become dynamic learning and growth environment. Thank you also once again to the one that watching until the end. I hope the audience can get a valuable information from this show. Stay tuned and see you in the next episode.